So I came downstairs this morning and realised that the kitchen looked an absolute mess. Not good at all. So today is definitely a kitchen cleaning day, and I think this is something that a lot of people are going to be doing a bit more of. Firstly, because we're at home more at the moment, so when you're at home more, the house gets a bit messier because you're using it more than, let's say, if you're at work all day or something like that. And just because if there's not as much to do, then one of the things that we could do is clean, because it's kind of productive at the same time and it makes you feel good afterwards. Today I have decided, or this morning, hopefully as quickly as possible, I'm going to sort out the kitchen, and I thought I would show you me sorting the kitchen. I'm definitely not like some sort of expert cleaner, and I might not do things exactly right, so if you want to, like, leave in the comments if you are that expert cleaner. Let me know if there's anything I could change and do differently. I'll show you also what products I'm using. Again, I don't know if these are the best products or not so good or whatever, they're just the ones that I have in the cupboard. So let me know what you think of them, and you know, if they're not good or for some reason, it's better to use them up than to just get rid, because that's just wasteful. So I'll show you that now. So I think this is the stuff that I'm going to use. This is, forgive me, I don't know how to say this name, or probably loads of the names on these, but this is Veleda. And this is like a liquid thing that we put into our mop. And I've got some Method Daily Kitchen Cleaner, then I've got a Star Drops 4-in-1 Pine Disinfectant Spray, and also another disinfectant I've got here, which is the Dettol one. So I don't know which one I'm going to use, I've got both. Then I've got some of this, the pink stuff, which I've actually never used, but I've had for absolutely ages, so I thought, why not maybe try that today. I'm not entirely sure how to use it, so I will definitely be reading the instructions. Then I've got some of this sift, which is the stainless steel cleaners that I use on the hob, which is super handy. And then probably my favourite thing ever is this Method anti-bac spray, which I guess is a bit like these as well, another one that's very similar, but it's wild rhubarb and the smell is amazing and you just want to spray it everywhere. Also, these are probably the things I'm going to be using. I've got some Minky extra thick sponge wipes, which I've got a new packet. We've had them for ages, but we bought a lot at once. And then we've got an actual Minky, which is super good. And it's nice that it's not just like one of those reusable wipe things. You can actually clean it, use it again and again, because that's how things should be. We shouldn't be throwing stuff away. And I've got a few bits and bobs in our drawer here as well, which I might get out, not sure. But yeah, let's get cleaning. So first off, I started with the things that I do every day anyway, such as cleaning the dishwasher, or not cleaning the dishwasher, emptying the dishwasher, I mean. Our dishwasher is a slimline one, so it doesn't fit an awful lot in it, but it's pretty good for 2 people. But I also have to clean a few things in the sink, which I'll put away shortly. As well as that, not something that I do every day, but quite frequently I do the washing. So I put all our washing from the dirty washing basket into the machine. I was zipping up stuff there. Then I use a colour catcher because I put colours and whites in together, and some non-biological washing powder because I have awful legs. I put it on a 15-minute wash because it wasn't that dirty. I also just put some of our recycling away, ready to be taken out. And then, as I said, I had a bit more washing up to clean, so I just put that away. Always have to wipe it a bit, even though it's left to dry. It always seems to still be a little bit wet, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. It's always the way, isn't it? And then my first proper cleaning job, I'd say, was doing the hob, which is my least favourite thing. I use sift, which is the stainless steel one, and I just spray oodles of it. Not sure if it's too much or too little, but it seemed to do the job. And I spray it all over the hob, and I take the little rings off, or I took them off gradually. I realised that I should do it as I went along, because a lot of grease and grime gets underneath them and you can't really get it out without taking them off. So I scrubbed that really well for quite a while, and tried to just do as much as I could. You might have seen there that I was reading the back of the instructions just to make sure I was doing it okay. And then I clean the grates in our sink. I'm very fortunate in a way that we have a double sink because it made it a lot easier, and the sink's quite big. And I also clean the little ring things to go back onto the hob. Scrub them all because, again, they get quite greasy. So then I put those back on. You might see here that I'm quite bad at putting them on, and they just, especially the middle one, it just didn't fit to me. It would fit for everyone else, but I'm just really bad at doing it. So I put those on, and then I finished it by drying up the grates and putting them back on. And I must say I was quite impressed with that.
Next up, I cleaned this side of the worktop, which is next to the sink. I firstly got all the crumbs off it because it was quite crummy. Before I then disinfected it using the Star Drops 4-in-1 Pine disinfectant spray. I just put that all over it and also over our marble worktop saver. I then also I can't say that word. I also cleaned my kettle because that doesn't get cleaned enough. Made sure I cleaned the handle quite well as our chopping boards and our knife thing. Both of those are Joseph and I freaking love them. And then I cleaned my KitchenAid, which is another thing that doesn't get as much cleaning. It gets a lot more use than it does cleaning. And the bowl I actually cleaned with a stainless steel one because it's a stainless steel bowl and it made it nice and shiny so I could see everything in it. Then I put that back, and also my utensils, that is right by the hob, so it gets a bit of splatter sometimes, so I clean that and put it back. And then I did exactly the same on the other side, which might be kind of boring for you, but it's slightly different. There's a toaster over there, there's the bread bin, there's another worktop saver, but it's black granite instead of white marble, so it is different. There was a lot of crumbs on this side, obviously with the toaster and the bread bin. I guess you'd expect that. And the kitchen's for using, so yeah, crumbs are there. So I cleaned them all off before I properly sprayed it, just so that, oh, well, there's Mark. Mark started coming in, he realised I needed a little bit of help. So whilst I'm cleaning the toaster, he is taking all the crumbs and stuff off the floor. I think I was directing him there at what to do, just so that when I mop it later, there's not loads and loads of crumbs out there. Then Mark decided to help by cleaning the oven with a Mr. Muscle oven cleaner. You just spray this on and supposedly leave it for up to 30 minutes and then wipe it all off. So that's what we plan to do. He's got his lovely pink glove on there, looking very nice. And then this is my favourite thing, the Method Wild Rhubarb Anti-Bac. I spray this on lots of things. Here I'm spraying it on the backsplash or the splashback, not sure how you say it, because that obviously gets a lot of splatter, which you can't really see, but you can feel it. You can feel it's a bit oily sometimes, especially from frying. So I tried to clean that really thoroughly alongside the extractor fan hood, which definitely gets a lot more grease and dust on it. The combination of grease and dust is not pleasant. And then I used this window lean for the front of the microwave, which seemed to work quite well. And then I used the wild rhubarb inside because it's not glass inside. And then I don't know what I did next. Oh, I've spilt some of the window lean on the floor, so I had to clean it. And as you can see, Mark is also being really nice and hanging out the washing. You might see some pants, you might see some socks. So he's doing that, and I'm cleaning all the cupboards, because the cupboards actually, you don't realise, but when you open the handle, sometimes you might be busy in the middle of cooking and you might have some floury hands or this and that, and they do get quite dirty. So they definitely need more cleaning than I usually do, because I noticed, especially these ones down here underneath where I usually do a lot of chopping and stuff, and by the sink. So I gave them a proper good scrub, as well as the sink. And I also scrubbed the washing machine, which needed a bit of a clean. I think I'm going to clean the inside soon. So if anyone's got any washing machine inside cleaning tips, let me know in the comments below. And then Mark decided to clean the windowsill. He was being very domesticated here. He is a good cleaner. He likes to clean. So while he was cleaning the windowsill, I decided to clean the other side of the work surface and all the things that are on it. So for instance, my KitchenAid. Not my KitchenAid, it's not a KitchenAid at all, it's a Magimix. My Magimix, which I love very dearly and use quite a lot, and it does get a little bit dirty. So I cleaned that whilst Mark cleaned the windowsill. It's the moment of truth. Oh yeah, that is so satisfying.
I'll take that.
I mean, I can still see a lot on there, but it's a lot more... Actually, is it not? It's not that satisfying. You're just wiping off the the soap.
I might have to maybe spray it on and leave it longer.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was that bad.
No, because we did a massive clean of our oven like a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, not that long.
But we do use it a lot. So
right, I'm going to give that a spray again then.
So yeah, like you can from here you can see it looks probably a lot cleaner, but actually, like. You can see
there's some like drippy bits.
Yeah. I think it's needed again. So after that I decided to clean up this side of the kitchen, which is sort of our dining area. I was just putting stuff in cupboards. Peggy was helping me out throughout this. It's quite nice to see her there. She's very happy. So I was cleaning the kitchen table. We can fold it down, but because of the fold downs, you get a lot of crumbs in there. So I needed to get that all off. Then I decided to clean one of our sideboards.
And midway through cleaning it, I suddenly decided we never use this TV. So I decided to take it away and literally completely take it away, and it's going in the loft because we don't need it. And that just gives us a whole lot more space. It was also quite dusty around this unit because it doesn't get pulled out much, so I decided to hoover and get a few bits and bobs that have fallen down there. So I felt like, although this isn't something that you'd necessarily notice when you're cleaning, it made me feel really good, because who wants loads of like dust behind a unit? So I did that, and properly, I even scrubbed the skirting board, which was a bit dusty, because we have white skirting boards. They do get really dusty, not very nice, and they need to be done more regularly than I do. And then I put everything back onto the sideboard, and I got to do it a bit differently than before because there's not a TV on there anymore. So yeah, sorted that all out, put loads of things away, loads of wires. It's the sort of sideboard that we keep all our food photography plates and stuff in. It's all bits and bobs and stuff as well. So I put everything back there, and then I decided to clean the other windowsill in here, which is, again, like I said with the skirting board, a white windowsill gets quite dirty, so it needed a good clean. And then my little sort of what we call the shop, where I keep all my Kilner jars full of things, I needed to fill some of them up. So I filled up my gluten-free plain flour, and then I realised I made a bit of a mess on the kitchen table, which I just cleaned, which is a bit annoying. I also filled up my caster sugar. I only had a small bag because that's all they had at the moment. So I filled that up as much as I could and put it back and sort of just rearranged it, cleaned it all. And I think I even put some eggs out at some point here. And then you might not be able to see me here, but I am cleaning the radiator, because the radiator was actually more dirty than you would imagine. You definitely can't see me here. And then I just mopped the front of the sideboard. Next up, I wanted to mop the floor, so I used that cleaner to put it into this thing, and then you spray. It's the best mop in the whole entire world. It just works so well. So I mopped all the floor and just sprayed as I went, and that just made the whole kitchen smell fresh, and it really, really helped. Really, really happy with that. Mark came in and offered his services here and moved the table out of the way so that I could clean around the table. I wasn't going to bother doing this, but I'm so glad I did, because underneath the table we seem to be messy eaters and there's loads of crumbs everywhere. So he put it all back for me, but now I think it's time to look at his oven cleaning.
Right, oven time?
Take two.
And Peg, you stay away.
It's better.
It's better. Every time it's a little bit better.
Oh, it's definitely better actually.
Oh yeah, I can see the like little pattern.
Yeah, there's no more like dribbly bits.
Yeah.
Just the speckly bits now. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
If there's anything stronger we could use to get these extra bits off, then maybe people could let us know.
Well, we did used to we had the Oven Pride thing that was in a box. Was it Oven Pride in a box?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Oven Pride?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one.
There we go.
Not bad.
That's alright. So what do we do now? Do we need to wipe it with water as well?
I just need to wipe this. No, they just wipe it off.
I've got a dog. As you can see, Peg likes to jump up at a bell to let us know that she needs to go outside. So, go outside. There you go. Right, sit. Good girl. Okay. Good girl.
Finally, I'm cleaning the sink, and I'm using the sift cream cleaner. I always clean the sink last because it's the thing that you kind of use the whole way through. So you kind of want to clean it at the end, because otherwise it'll get dirty after you've cleaned it. So I use the spray thing that we've got. It's a really cool thing that we've got as part of our sink. Sprayed it all, and then I put some of the cream cleaner on the cloth, scrubbed it all around, and then rinsed it all off. I cleaned the plug holes, which suddenly, I didn't realise how dirty they were. It now looks so shiny and white and lovely. I also cleaned the actual taps themselves, because they looked fine to me until I cleaned them, and suddenly they were really nice and shiny. I definitely should do this more often. But yeah, I'm very happy with my sink right now.
Phew, we are all done. And I mean, like, cleaning the kitchen properly like this always takes me longer than I think. I'm like, oh, it's only wiping a few surfaces, but then you take out things like you remove your toaster and you move all your like little small appliances and stuff, and you realise, oh, they need a clean. And like, they're things that you don't literally do every single day, or I don't. If you do, that's fine, but I don't do it every single day. So when you do get around to doing it, it seems like, yeah, it takes quite a while, but I'm very happy with the progress, just for me to then probably go and cook dinner later this evening and make a mess of it again. But at least I know that I don't need to do it to this extent anytime soon. Although if I get bored, I guess, with this self-isolation, I keep saying self-isolation, whatever it's called, I can't remember. Let me know if you have been cleaning the house, and if you haven't, I completely recommend it because it does waste away a couple of hours and you feel really good afterwards. The house smells nice and fresh. I've got the windows open now, and yeah, I'm feeling good and ready for the weekend, really. Not sure what I'm going to do, but having a nice clean kitchen is definitely a good start. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, thumbs up and subscribe and everything, and I'm just going to be posting more during this weird old time in not just the UK but the whole entire world. So yeah, speak to you soon. Bye!